Welcome e-commerce empresses to this episode of Woman Powering Ecommerce. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday as I take you behind the scenes of my journey as a female e-commerce entrepreneur. Together, we'll explore the highs, the lows, inspiring you to take action and achieve your own business goals. So let's get started. So I want to talk today about female entrepreneurs in the world of online business. I don't know if you've already felt like this, but personally, I've underestimated myself, undervalued myself sometimes for being a woman, trying to be in business, especially in the e-commerce industry. There's a lot of men, and I also have another business in tech. And I feel that's even more. Like, there are not a lot of women in there. So some people will feel undermined by that. But yes, I'll feel sometime a little bit, how can I say, frightened, or I feel like I shouldn't take my place. But eventually, like after a few seconds, I'm like, no, like this is a perfect time to take my place and pave my way and just make sure other women know that we do have our place in whatever the industry is. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I felt sometimes like that, and I find that difficult. But more and more, I'm just realizing that my part of my mission is to be there as a woman, not let other people make you feel like you should not be there. So I'm definitely there. Like my goals, even like personally in our tech business, sometimes, especially where there are not a lot of women, that's actually like a really good driver for me. I want to prove to myself that, I want to be a pioneer in the area, even though there are still already some women, but we need more. Okay. Let's put it like that. So I want to be there. I want to be part of these women that will help increase those stats. And talking about stats, I read an article the other day on how women are actually revolutionizing online business. I'll just read it here. It said, according to recent studies, women now make up around 40% of new entrepreneurs in the United States, which is an impressive statistic that showcases the growing influence of women in the business. So I never actually stopped myself to think how women, like what percentage of the businesses were composed of women. And reading that, I thought it was less, to be honest. So I was kind of really surprised in a good way. So once I read that, I'm like, let's do a little bit of research and see what other stats come up. So I found this article in Forbes, and it confirmed this. It confirmed the 40% of new entrepreneurs in the United States were women. So I thought that's good. But it also confirmed this. And I thought that was interesting. If we compare it to the year 1972, so 1972, there are 3,000 more women in business today. And that's that was in the 2018 State of Women-Owned Businesses report done by American Express. And that's in 2019. We're in 2023 today. So that's still 5 years old. And I just didn't find like so much more recent report, but for sure it's much more than that. I actually found a report, the 2019 State of Women-Owned Businesses report by American Express. And they stated that 42% of all businesses in the US are women-owned. So yes, that's true. I had found something more recent. So that's an additional 2%. So, and that was 2019. So more and more people are recognizing and celebrating the achievements of women in business. So this is actually very good news. I was super happy to read that. And I'm just wondering, where do you think that is? I mean, there are a lot of things we can say, but for sure, the digital age, there are so many tools, so many opportunities now that help women break through the glass ceiling. I'm sure it has to do with that. There's just so much going on social media. There are so many online networking opportunities. I went to one the other day just for women in e-commerce. I loved it. It was so nice to connect with other like-minded women, and we could just share our businesses, where we came from, our challenges, our current opportunities, and just, exchange. It was nice. I loved it. And we need more of that. So, but all of this we can say, we can be grateful for all the digital age we're in. It's great. So e-commerce specifically seems to help shatter the glass ceiling because research, again, some other stats, I was just like diving in and I just couldn't stop myself. So look what else I found. Amazon, they say that 32% of their sellers are women. That's not too bad. But even better, Shopify, they boast a more impressive statistic of 53% of women owning the Shopify stores. That's more than half, which is great. So I just had to share that with you. I thought that was very positive. And not only is it, I personally thought it was maybe less than that. So I was very surprised in the good way for the stats. But what I'm seeing is an increase. So this is good. So there are more and more trailblazing women out there. That's what it's telling us. And it's also telling us that e-commerce platforms are really helping women thrive in business. So what is your e-commerce platform? And if you're not in business right now, what are you waiting? This is such a great era to be in business as a woman, to have your own online store. The stats are proving it. And maybe your online store is part of those stats, or maybe you're thinking about possibly starting an e-commerce business, but now is the time to do it. And in my case, where I do have my e-commerce business, this just makes me want to grow it more. So tell me what you think. I'd be interested. But that's my 2 cents for today. I just had to share that, had to share those stats with you. And that's it. So before we wrap up, again, if you could take a moment to rate and share this podcast or episode, your support is so crucial. We want to reach out to more women in the e-commerce space, and we need your help to inspire more and more of those women. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. I hope you gained some valuable insights and inspiration today to keep learning, growing, and taking action towards your goals. See you in the next episode.